5 Stars on Game Day One is brought to you by Veolia. Be sure to click on to veolia.us to learn more about their conservation program today to learn how to save money and save water. 5 stars for the girls basketball scene in this area, brought to you by Veolia. Kevin Devaney Jr. here for Game Day One and Local Live. Had a great weekend, obviously, at the Slam Dunk. Want to thank everyone who tuned in, who also turned out to the Westchester County Center this past week. You were treated to some really good girls performances, and they're going to make up the majority of our top 5 in our 5 stars for this week. Let's start with the team that was on the losing end, but you just can't ignore what Khloe Angelo did for Tuckahoe. Just unbelievable. First off, just defensively. She is such a talented defensive player, really disrupted things early on in the game against Pleasantville. She also went out and scored 34 points. Pleasantville had such a difficult time stopping her. So good going to the basket. A 5'11 freshman on this team. Obviously, this Tuckahoe team has so many underclassmen with freshmen and sophomores mixed in, of a team that won the Class C championship last year, went to the state Final Four. They look like a team that's going to be headed for big things again this season, this playoffs. And Khloe Angelo, 34 points in the game against Pleasantville, and she was unbelievable and almost carried them to that victory at the county center. Our next member of the 5 stars, how about carrying your team to a victory the way Sophia Tavarez did? So first, her head coach, Maddie Evangelista, had shoulder surgery, so he's not in the building on Saturday. Then her cohort, another all-state player next to her, Cadence Nicholas, she goes down with 2 fouls. So now it falls on Tavarez, who, by the way, is also battling serious illness. She didn't think she was going to play in this game because she was so sick all week. She looked very ill when the play wasn't going on. When the play was on, she looked incredible, and Sophia Taris is the next member of our 5 stars. 29 points in the win over Ardsley, their second win over Ardsley in a little over a week. She was 11 of 17 shooting. She only turned the ball over once. Considering how much she handled the ball in this game and how depleted her energy was, to have 1 turnover in the game is pretty incredible. And she did such a great job of kind of mixing up the touches, getting it to Katie Hoffman, Kiara Williams, Justin Queenham, and you can't ignore what Juliana Rodriguez did off the bench with Cadence Nicholas out. Nicholas comes back in the second half, scored all 15 of her points in the second half, and Panas beats Ardsley. But Tavarez is our 5 star for this week, 29 points. Just incredible performance by the senior headed to Connecticut College. Next member of the 5 star, staying at the Slam Dunk, Maty Basera of Pleasantville. Yes, obviously, Lexi Tomaselli got the game MVP. We interviewed Megan Rasky. Those 2 of them were just so good shooting the basketball from long range in the win over Tuckahoe. But the one who really kind of made it all happen, you can't ignore what the freshman Maty Basera did. She was so good. Tuckahoe went out to a 10-0 lead in this game, and you thought they were going to be running Pleasantville out of the gym. And then, because of their pressure, and Maty Basera just got things under control. She was able to break the press, able to go through the middle, up the side, all different ways that she did it. And she was able to kind of start the offense, and she alleviated a lot of the stress, made Tuckahoe get out of that press. And then they just beat them in the half court in the second half. And Becerra was a big reason why. 16 points. She had 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals to fill the stat sheet. Maty Basera, our next member of our 5 stars from this week. We'll stay at the county center. We're going to split the next 5 star on the Ardsley side. Now, Eva Korluka was the MVP of the game. We obviously saw Leah Burris have a huge game, 18 points, and really kind of helped them get a big lead over Ardsley in the second quarter. But we're going to give the 5 star for this week. We're going to split it between Joie Levy and Madison Borstein. Joie Levy, first off, 5'4", 14 rebounds in the game. She was everywhere on the glass. It goes to show you that rebounding is so much more about effort and intensity than it is about height. And Joie Levy proved that. But then Madison Borstein, I was so impressed with her. She's really she's obviously the point guard of this team, really a pass first player, because she just wants to create for the rest of the offense. In the fourth quarter, offense was stagnant a little bit. She comes up, makes big shots, had 12 points, and willed Ardsley to that win in the win over Ardsley, and just an impressive victory for Ardsley team that's very much in the hunt in Class A. Our next member of the 5 stars, we're going to go to Rockland County. Well, actually, they were in Westchester when this game happened. Carley Voce of Clarkstown South. Now, recently, her name is continuing to get mentioned a lot more because she's starting to get Division I offers. Iona University, the most recent one to do that. She goes almost to New Rochelle and Iona. She goes to Mamaroneck on Saturday. They're down 14 points at the half, and she wills them in the second half to a victory. Voce scored 25 points in the win. They were down 14, as we said. Carly Rice, 19 points to contribute as well. But Voce has been so good
scoring consistently over 20 points for a Clarkstown South team that is flying under the radar in a lot of ways in Class AA. Carley Voce is going to give them very much of a chance to make a run, maybe pull off an upset once the postseason rolls around. That is a long way away. We have a lot of 5-stars to give out in the coming weeks before the playoff starts in Section 1. But I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank Veolia for being our sponsor of 5 Stars, and we'll see you soon. Busy week ahead.